Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. Hey, we got another good one for y'all from Facts Verse. We got most dangerous airports in the world. Now, let's let Kid and C have a true, honest moment with y'all.
Honey, don't be telling my business. You just come on. Because I already know what you're about to say.
What I'm
go
finna
ahead.
say? What I was finna say?
No, go ahead.
Since you can read my mind, baby.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Haven't what?
You know.
Been on a plane? I haven't either. I came close.
I think that's probably like my biggest. That's my biggest fear. I don't
think that's your biggest fear. That's just something
that is my biggest fear.
You would rather like.
That's my biggest
fear.
Okay, it's one of my biggest fears. Now, well, okay,
I can see you get on a plane before you get on a boat.
Oh yeah, I'll probably get on a plane before I get on. Now, water, one of my biggest.
Water. You want to go whitewater rafting with us? But with that being said, man, we finna go ahead and get into the most dangerous airports in the world. But before we do, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go if you want to further support. Just always check down below. Also,
yes, we
always take this time to salute to the comment of the day.
Salute to you.
We highly appreciate y'all commenting us in the comment section down below. That's why we got a shout out to y'all every chance we get. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, just lock it in with a thumbs up and let a player know. Well, with that being said, it's most dangerous airports in the world. Let's find out if we're gonna ever get on these planes or not. Probably not.
Factsverse presents Most Dangerous Airports in the World. Lukla Airport. This is the main airport that you would take if you were going to be visiting Mount Everest. The airport is nestled between two mountains and the runway is extremely short. Because of the elevation, the plane cannot get any lights and very little electrical power. Also, there are no air traffic controllers, therefore it is up to the pilot to safely touch down and land the plane on their own. Courchevel Airport.
Hell, I thought one day I might see Mount Everest, but hell no. Because that was one of my school projects growing up. I made Mount Everest. But yeah, hell no.
This airport is built into the Alps. When the pilot is ready to land, he must fly through a narrow valley for his descent. The runway is also very short. It is the shortest runway of any airport in the world. The runway is just 0.3 miles long. If the pilot is not able to get up enough speed to take off, they will fly right off a cliff and hope that the plane stays in the air. Another reason that takeoff is so difficult is that the runway has a downward slope of about 18.5%. Most pilots avoid using this airport at all costs. Tonkaten Airport. This is yet another example of an airport that is located between the mountains with very rough terrain.
Mom, I got one question. Why the fuck we even building airports when we ain't got the space for it?
I have no clue.
It don't make no sense.
It don't make sense, yeah.
Like, why would you build an airport if they ain't gonna have the appropriate...
In order for a pilot to prepare for the plane's descent, they would need to make a 45-degree turn if they're going to reach the runway, which is located in a valley. Once they make the turn, they would need to drop their altitude quickly. If they don't, the plane can scrape the terrain underneath, resulting in a crash. Only the most skilled pilots attempt a landing at this airport. Princess Juliana Airport. This airport was initially built for small planes. This is why the runway is just 7,148 feet long. In order for a large plane to land safely, it needs at least 8,202 feet. When the tourist industry in the area started booming, the airport began bringing 747s and A340s in its regular air traffic rotation. Another reason that this airport is so dangerous and unique is that there is a public beach located right before the runway. When planes land, huge gusts of wind and sand come up. This is a problem for the people at the beach.
You think?
Pero
That's what you just read my mouth.
You think?
You fucking think.
Like
Bruh,
what?
y'all ain't never clipped nobody head. You know what I'm saying? You coming in,
I hope
somebody
not.
ain't never said, you know what
I
I'm
hope not.
saying? Like,
That's crazy.
That's the scariest shit ever, bruh.
Airport. This airport is so dangerous that there are only 8 pilots in the world who are qualified to land there. The runway is surrounded by mountain peaks that are 18,044 feet high. To make matters worse, the runway is only 6,499 feet long. Because airplanes need to make such a quick descent to get to the strip, only the best of the best can land or take off from this airport. Gibraltar International. This airport is not dangerous because of a short runway or a location inside of the mountains. It is dangerous because the runway actually intersects a main street, Winston Churchill Avenue. When a plane needs to land, the road is closed. There are not people blocking off the street. There's just one stoplight to warn drivers to stop for an airplane. Because there isn't much to stop drivers, there have been plenty of close calls over the years. McMurdo Air Station. People don't visit Antarctica often.
Say what you want.
No, nothing. I'm just like, what if one? Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. The time
Bro.
is I'm not gonna say that.
That is the most stupid and idiotic thing to ever be done.
Because what if like the timers get mixed up or something?
The same way that folks have train crashes because
Yes.
they even
that is
like,
crazy.
Ooh.
Now that's on a different level.
And that should
like
be
that.
somebody's job who out there flagging. Y'all should have somebody out there at all times flagging
You would
traffic to
think.
stop.
You would think.
And all they got is
I
a
mean, all they have
stoplight.
the light.
No,
I mean,
we need somebody out there physically. Slow your ass. Like this is
The
school.
plane is
This
coming.
is school zone.
Therefore, the McMurdo Air Station doesn't have the best of safety conditions. The runway is a pretty good length. However, since it is freezing there all year long, the runway is usually covered with slick ice. Since it is dark there for most months of the year, the pilots who land need to wear night vision goggles so that they can see where they're going. Madeira Airport. This is one of the only airports in the world whose runway was built by engineers. The landing strip has steep cliffs on one side and the ocean on the other. In order to expand the runway, they had to build the extension on over 180 columns. These columns must be able to withstand the heavy shock that airplanes produce during landing. If an airplane comes in too hard, the runway could collapse. So far, it hasn't happened. However, over time, the columns will weaken. Without proper upkeep, an accident is definitely possible. Narsarswak Airport. This is one of the most dangerous airports in the world for a few reasons. The environment is what makes this airport so dangerous. The runway is always covered with ice. If an airplane comes in fast on the ice, it's not uncommon for the plane to go off into the snowbanks. Because there is almost always a storm, it can be very difficult for the pilot to see where they're landing. Diminished visibility makes landing at this airport very dangerous. To make matters worse, nearby is an active volcano which erupts often. The ash can stall and even destroy a plane's engines. This can result in a deadly crash. This airport is so dangerous that many pilots refused to fly in or out of this airport. Cliff landing.
baby.
Hey, there's one country I never visit is Greenland. I ain't even probably gonna be going, but it's probably Canada and Mexico because I can drive into both. Other than that, I'm cool. But Greenland. Remember, if we ever get a chance, that's one place we ain't going. This is no matter what. Greenland. No, no, thank you.
But this one, baby.
Cliff landed. What the fuck?
This is not a traditional airport. It is a place where an airplane was forced to make an emergency landing. Luckily, the plane stopped before it went off the cliff. It takes a very skilled pilot to perform such a feat.
Thank goodness they had a skilled one, honey. Cause, baby.
I want to know, have any of y'all ever traveled into one of these airports? I know it got to be at least one person who come across this video to say, hey, I've been in that mug, and that mug is crazy. I just want to know.
Yeah, I feel
you know what I'm saying? Like, because I just want to know the experience. I ain't saying I want to take the experience. I ain't saying I want to take the experience, but I'm saying I want to know secondhand.
Secondhand, there you go.
And secondhand is always the best hand. Except for smoking.
Oh, that's so.
Madeira. And unless you smoke weed, then
okay, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey man, but those are crazy,
Those
bro.
are crazy.
I ain't gonna cap though. I go on none of these mugs. None of these will ever see the light of day of me. Like I don't care even if I get reincarnated, I'm gonna just remember.
You are something else.
Be like, hell no, I remember my second life about this shit. My past life, I remember this shit. Hell no. But with that being said, y'all spell those up in the comment section down below to see what we should react to next so we can bring it over here for y'all. But as always, I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is. We are, y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar,